Man found bowling balls buried in his front yard, but what was inside shocked everyone. Tom was redoing his front yard when his shovel hit something hard. At first, he thought it was a rock, but when he dug more, he found a round, heavy object. He realized it was an old bowling ball, worn and covered in dirt. Then another, and another. By the end of the day, he had pulled out more than 20 bowling balls from the soil. All of them were cracked, chipped, and oddly sealed. The next day, curious, Tom decided to cut one open in his garage. But first, he called his archaeologist friend Brandon to check it out. He told him he wanted to cut one open to see what was inside. Brandon told him to wait, but when Brandon saw the balls, his face turned pale. He grabbed Tom and rushed him out of the garage. What happened a minute later shocked everyone. The sound was deafening. One of the objects in the pile exploded, sending a wave of heat and force through the air. The garage door blew off its hinges, pieces of wood and metal flying across the yard. Tom and Brandon were thrown to the ground, dirt and dust covering them. Neighbors rushed outside, confused and scared. Smoke rose from the destroyed garage. Brandon's voice was shaking as he explained. "These aren't bowling balls, they're old explosives." World War II ordnance. Tom's heart pounded. He looked at the holes in the ground where the rest were buried. Any of them could go off. Within minutes, police cars and fire trucks surrounded the house. A bomb disposal team arrived, carefully approaching the site. They placed barriers around the yard and began inspecting the remaining objects. Each one was carefully lifted, scanned, and moved into secure containers. But as they cleared the soil, something else appeared. Under where the explosives had been buried, the team uncovered a rusted metal box. It was large, heavy, and sealed tight. They carried it out cautiously. When they opened it, the contents stunned everyone. Inside were stacks of old military documents, coded maps, and faded photographs of uniformed men. Some of the documents had symbols and stamps from military intelligence units. The bomb squad called in federal authorities. Soon, men in dark suits arrived, sealing off the property. They took the documents away, refusing to answer questions. As the rest of the yard was dug, more items were found. Old metal helmets, rusted rifles, and pieces of machinery from the 1940s. It became clear this was no ordinary house lot. At some point during or after the war, someone had hidden dangerous weapons and valuable materials here. Tom watched in silence as truck after truck carried away pieces of history and danger from beneath his own yard. The quiet street had turned into a secure military site. By nightfall, most of the explosives were gone. The officials left without revealing the full truth, but Brandon pulled Tom aside. "These things weren't just bombs," he said. "They were prototypes, things never meant to be found." Tom looked at the empty space where his garage once stood. His yard would never be the same, neither would his life, and deep down, he knew some answers were buried forever.